Hello everybody and good morning. I hope that you're having the most amazing day of your life. My name is Camden Long. I am a TEFL teacher, and I hope that all the TEFL teachers out there right now are having a wonderful day. I'm living my dream, traveling from one side of the world to the other. Started in Nicaragua, then I went to Boulder, Colorado, and then I had a big decision to make the jump out here to Asia. So I first came to Hong Kong on a one-way ticket and then another ticket into Thailand. And now, fast forward 3 years later, I'm out here in the beautiful countryside of Thailand. I'm having the time of my life, and I'm here to deliver a wonderful message. Why? Because a lot of people are asking me, hey Camden, I just started teaching English abroad in Vietnam. I just started teaching English abroad in Thailand. I just started teaching English abroad in Costa Rica. How can I deal with the anxiety and even in some cases the depression, frustration that I'm going through on a daily basis? I'm doing my best to become a better teacher. I'm going to classes every single day with large groups of students, and I just feel overwhelmed, Camden. I don't know what to do, but don't worry. I'm going to provide 5 important ways that you can deal with anxiety and depression as an English teacher abroad, because I too have gone through all of these emotions, feelings, pitfalls, and also, most importantly, the breakthroughs. That's right. TEFL teachers, just because what you're going through right now, it doesn't have to be forever. What you are experiencing on the inside is only temporary. And don't allow your external environment to determine what's happening on the inside. Allow what's happening from the inside to affect your external environment. And that starts with meditation. It starts with breath control and breathing techniques. So the first thing I want you to understand is that when I first came out to Thailand, I had a really rough time, and I almost didn't know if I was going to even make it out alive. When I first got here to Thailand, my idea was, I'm going to be sitting on the beach, going to a class to teach English at a school local, and then, getting out of school, having some mango, having some coconut water, and just living the lifestyle, right? But that didn't happen because the place that I was teaching English at was kind of like in the middle of nowhere. It was in an industrial zone. So there was a lot of car factories and there wasn't a lot of beaches. So I had a really rough time, and it came to the point where my apartment was about 2 kilometers from this English school. And when I first got here, I knew nothing about motorbikes. I knew nothing about the moped lifestyle. And the first week that I was there, 2 teachers actually passed away from a car accident. It was a head-on collision, and the 2 teachers were behind a truck. And so when I thought the first week, I'm gonna get a motorbike, I'm gonna do it. I've seen the videos on YouTube of other people out there. I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to drive my motorbike to school. And then when the 2 teachers passed away and the other 2 teachers, there was 4 total, 2 were in the hospital, and I actually went to go visit one of the teachers. We actually went to deliver some goods and just give the teachers some support as they were laying in the hospital. And that was an eye-opening experience for me. So I kind of pumped the brakes a bit about rushing into getting a motorbike. So I was walking 2 kilometers every single day. First I was in these like tight khaki pants and then like a short sleeve polo. And the pants were really tight. The humidity was super high. It was very, very hot. And by the time I got to the school, I was wringing wet, and I had no breakfast yet, and I had to go to the market after I got to the school. Now, sometimes some of the teachers were kind enough to take me to the market, It was about a little bit more than 500 meters. So I would go to the market in the morning, grab some coconut water, grab some barbecue chicken, and eat durian. So for a couple days, I was basically living on coconut water, durian, and some kind of like barbecue chicken out here in Thailand. And it started to take its toll. The first day that I was teaching, I almost passed out. I ended up laying on the floor, and then all these teachers came in and said, "Hey, is he okay? Like, what happened? You know, what happened to him?" And they give me some apples. They try to make me feel better. And so, long story short, when the first time I had to go to Laos to do my visa, and when I came back into my situation at the apartment, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm teaching English online with one company, and that was in the evening, and that was pretty good, decent money that I could just live on that. But I was trying to do everything. I was trying to teach at the school, teach online, be Mr. Big Shot, make a lot of money, and it was burning me up from the inside. You know, going into these classrooms without air condition was like literally a sauna. So every single class throughout the whole day, I was basically in a sauna and exerting all of my energy, losing lots of electrolytes. That's why I was trying to do my best to drink the coconut water, to stay hydrated. But the food choices were not the best. And I was like a 40-minute taxi ride, red truck taxi. I would take the red truck taxi into town, into the local Tesco here in Thailand, just to get a few supplies. But at my apartment, it was set up like a hotel. There was no kitchen. I had no rice cooker yet. So I would have to buy all my food and then just eat it at the apartment, whether it was hot or cold. You know, so nutritionally, I was losing a lot of weight, and it was starting to affect my mental state. It was starting to affect my performance. And then on top of that, with the online teaching classes at night, my eyes, I started to feel very dizzy from staring at the laptop all day teaching online. And this is before I had the blue light blockers, which I highly recommend that if you are on a mobile device a lot throughout the day, you need to protect your eyes. You need to protect your photoreceptors and your retina. It's major. Now that I have the blue light blockers, not only do I feel way better mentally, physically, neurologically, but when I don't use the blue light glasses, just after 5 minutes, my eyes feel like I'm in a total haze. So you've got to protect your eyes, on a side note. Now, what did I do? Here is the solution. I either can complete my contract for the 6 months and do that and go through living hell, literally, or I can just say, I'm done. I don't need this. It's not worth my health. It's not worth my safety in a brand new country. And I'm just going to move along and continue to teach online. And that's exactly what I did. I told the administration, I told the head teacher that, look, I can't do this anymore. It's not worth my health. I feel like I'm literally going to die every single day. I'm losing weight and I don't know what to do. I have to protect myself. I have to take care of my health. So for me, I didn't finish my contract, which was not the best situation for my reputation as an English teacher abroad in a new country. But I had something to fall back on. That's the only reason why. If I didn't have the online teaching gig in the evening, then I would have just gone through it, sucked it up, and just powered through for the next 5 months to finish my contract or until something else better came along. So I too did not start out in a beautiful location like this with tons of healthy food all around me, having a vehicle. I have a car now, have a beautiful partner. I didn't have all these things when I first got here, but I didn't give up. I didn't just go retreat back home. I stayed focused on my vision. I knew that what I was going through was only temporary, and I needed to get to a new environment. That's what it was really all about. And I eventually, a week later, with my partner, she also left the school, which is a big deal in Thailand. For a teacher to leave a school, meeting a brand new foreigner, and we moved to the beach. We moved to the island of Koh Tao. And right near the beach, had local market close by. Everything was within walking distance, and it was a beautiful situation, and I was really happy that I could be close to the beach. And then things started to change, things started to get better for me. And then about a month and a half later, moved to Chiang Mai, and that's when everything changed for the better. And that's when I fully started to get activated on Palfish. Why? Because I was in a safe, healthy, secure environment where I didn't have the outside noise. I had my own studio. I had time to concentrate and focus on my online English lessons without distractions, okay? So I just want you to know that whatever you're going through right now, if you do need some extra help, let me know in the comment section below and I can offer some guidance to you, okay? Number 2, the best way to deal with anxiety and depression, like I said in number 1, is to change your environment. So if you are in a place where you're really not thriving, then you've got to find options that are better for you to change your environment. Because once you change your environment, everything starts to change for the better. You've got to find a place that is for you, that makes you happy, makes you thrive, and makes you feel alive. Okay, but number 2, the best way to deal with anxiety and depression as a TEFL teacher abroad is dealing with homesickness. So along my journey, of course, I get homesick. I miss my family. I miss, sometimes the lifestyle I had back in America, the easiness of everything. Everything is just everywhere. Access to all kinds of stuff in America that perhaps when you first move abroad, you don't know that you have the option and availability of the things you do. But if you give it time, you can find places. That's why, again, it's so important to learn the native language in whatever country you're at, because once you learn the native language, you can tap into the local population, find out the great spots to go to the food markets and things like that, okay? And also restaurants that may not be on the English Google search engine, okay? Let that be a little side note for you. So how to deal with homesickness. That's pretty easy. It's not like the first one that I went through, dealing with a brand new environment and feeling like you're going to die, okay? Luckily, I came out alive. So the first thing is how to deal with homesickness. Make sure that you make time every single day, maybe 30 minutes, to message some people that you love and the people that love you in return. So you could write messages to them, or what you could do is one time a week, you could do a video chat with your family, or do a video chat with a friend, that you've known for a long time, and tell them what you're going through. And then ask them, hey, what kind of advice do you have for me? What kind of solutions? Because you never know what somebody else might be able to give you as advice or as solutions. That's why you have to stay open. Stop thinking that you know everything and that other people can't offer you a peace of mind. For me, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my family, I love my brother, and I have some really great friends on my social network that I was able to contact and get through the difficult times, get through the tough situations, and to put things into a new perspective. That's the key. Talking to people that you love and who love you in return can help give you a fresh perspective. Now, let's say that you don't have anybody that you can call, you don't have a great relationship with your family or friends back home or wherever. That's a great opportunity for you to be more selfish, to give yourself more self-care, self-love. That's why, again, it comes back to the meditation. Doing things that you love to do, doing things that make you happy, because the more that you can focus and place the attention on yourself, you're going to discover yourself even more. And when you start to discover yourself, then you can start to be a positive impact to the people around you. You can start to connect with new people because you have the self-esteem, you have the self-confidence with thyself by focusing on yourself. You've got to eliminate the distractions and get really focused and concentrated on yourself. I can't stress that enough, because when I was 23, 24, along my early journey, when I made big changes, I got into the raw food movement, vegan movement, and I lost a lot of friends. And instead of going out to party on Friday and Saturday nights, when I finished teaching my English classes at Berlitz, I'd drive 25 minutes home and I would jump on the internet and start researching. I started writing down my goals. I started writing down my dreams. I started researching all kinds of stuff. And then it made me happy on the inside, to the point where I was so happy for a Friday night and Saturday evening when I could finish teaching and I could have all this time for myself, and not to be out in environments where people are drinking, loud music, noise, dangerous roads, people drinking and driving and stuff like that. And that was time that I could devote to myself to find out who I am on the inside. And it was a wonderful journey that I started to go through. I started having really vivid dreams, prophetic dreams. And the people that I started to come into contact with more were more like this new spiritually evolved self that I was becoming. And I started to connect with different people from around the world. And it was a beautiful process. So it's something I highly recommend. Number 3 is when you're overwhelmed with class sizes. Some people have been messaging me saying, Camden, look, I'm on the motorbike and I go from one classroom to the next classroom, 30 kids or 40 kids. I'm trying to be the best teacher that I can be, but it's just really difficult. What can I do? Well, again, it comes back to your environment and your contract. Do your best, do your absolute best to finish your contract, so that way you can save your reputation and to, if you were in a really, really bad situation and you have other options financially that you can just jump right into, or that are already coming, whether it's passively or if it's directly that through an activity or service that you're offering, then you could talk to the school, be honest and say, look, I love the school, I'm having a good time teaching, but driving around in the motorbike all day, I'm getting sick from the air pollution, I don't feel healthy, and I really feel like I'm going to be in the hospital soon if I don't take care of myself. And the school should understand, they should be able to listen to you. So don't be afraid to share and be honest with the administration, with the personnel and the other teachers that are in your school, because they could also offer you some help. They could invite you to their home for a nice meal. They could take you in their car or show you a new food market. Or, I had one teacher, I told them, I said, look, I don't know what to do. I'm like a vegan. I can't keep eating this barbecue chicken every day and living on coconut water. I'm going to disappear. So they drove me an hour to Pattaya. I was about an hour from Pattaya, which is in Rayong here in Thailand. And they drove me to this raw food restaurant, which is like a detox retreat center. Very expensive, but I fueled up. I got fresh organic juices, raw food cuisine, and some desserts and stuff like that. And they took me 2 times. It was very expensive, but it was like a moment of clarity, a moment of peace that I hadn't felt in a long time. When I was in Hong Kong, it was very easy. I could just walk to international supermarkets, even though it was very, very expensive in Hong Kong, and that's why I ultimately left, and I didn't want to be surrounded in the city energy. But it was very easy when I was in Hong Kong to have access to so many things. But when you come to a place where there's not a lot of English speakers, and there's not a lot of places to go eat and mingle and to communicate and to be social, your options are limited. So again, don't be afraid. Talk to your teachers at your school, talk to the administration or to the principal, and they might be able to help you out. They might be able to take you to a place where you can get some good food, or where you can go buy a rice cooker and you don't have to hold it while you're driving a motorcycle, almost getting in an accident. Okay? Take it from me. Trust me. I'm telling you what's happened along my journey and through my experiences to uplift, inspire, and to get you through the tough times. So, number 3, as I've mentioned, if you feel overwhelmed with the class sizes and motorbiking around the city, do your best to finish your contract. but you need to be planning ahead. If you love Vietnam, that's great. Maybe you could find a place close to the beach where you can be in a more relaxed, a more quiet environment with options of things that you need, basic necessities, okay? Number 4, this is really important. So if after the 20 minutes, if people clicked out and they don't want to listen to these long masterclass videos of mine, that's okay. These videos are not for everybody. But if you're still here with me, this is the most important part of this video. Number 4, the best way to deal with anxiety and depression is to stop. Hit the pause button on social media. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing on Facebook and Instagram or whatever social media app you're using. Why? Because if you're already going through a hard time and then you're watching what other people are doing, listening and consuming what other people are doing, their amazing lifestyle, their filtered lifestyle, right, on Instagram, their digital persona. That's really important to remember. What you see on video is not always what you see in their personal life. These social media apps are creating digital personas of people, okay? So you have no idea what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't know if they're happy on the inside. You just see some beautiful, perfect, fancy, filtered photo or video of the life that they're living when they're traveling or wherever they are. So you got to hit the pause button on social media. Stop living your life through other people's lives. Because when you start to give your full attention and your energy into someone else's life, you're losing time and energy with yourself. Let me be very clear about that. Whatever you focus on starts to become your reality. The attention that you're giving starts to become the energy that you are creating into your reality. So you've got to be very, very careful about what you're giving your attention to and what you are placing your energy on, because attention and energy go hand in hand. So if you could just get off the social media, you could start to tap into your own inner energy, your own inner spirit. And that is attention that you need to have focus on. Because I know along my journey, when I've felt down and out, I want to watch videos of people that are traveling around the world, living the dream lifestyle. But when that video is over, I feel empty inside. I feel worse than before I even started watching that video. It was good for the momentary dopamine, like, boom, wow, they're traveling, it's amazing. Wow, they live such an amazing lifestyle. And then after, I still felt empty. I still felt like I was before, and nothing had changed. And there's something very important that I want you to remember is, number 5, when I prepare for these videos, I'm really preparing. So remember this, attention shapes the self and is in turn shaped by it. So who you are becoming is determined by your attention. What you're placing your attention on is going to be turning yourself. I don't know how to say this in a better way. Attention shapes the self and is in turn shaped by it. So what you're giving your attention to, that is who you are becoming. So it's very important that you start to place that attention on yourself and ask yourself, start to note, how many minutes, how many hours every day am I looking, listening, and watching, which all requires attention, on other people, on places that I'm not at, and people that I don't even know, and people who don't even know me. Then you realize you're living your life through another person's digital persona, thus losing your own life, your own attention and energy. And that's time that you could have been building up yourself and building up others around you, okay? The last way that you can deal with anxiety and depression is to get on Mother Earth, to get connected to Pachamama. You got to get your shoes off, you got to get your flip-flops off, and you got to get your feet on solid ground, on Mother Nature. Why? Because as we are surrounded in the digital age, the age of information, mobile devices, always on us, around us. We are receiving the dirty electricity. We are getting EMFs. As soon as we start using our mobile device, it's in our hand or it's in our eyes. But when we get onto Mother Earth, we get the Earth's natural energy charge, natural electric charge, and we dispel the dirty electricity that we've been consuming on our mobile devices. When you can get out into Mother Nature, you're going to sleep better, you're going to think more positive, you're going to feel more relaxed, your circadian rhythm will come back naturally, your biological rhythms. That's why the concrete jungle has lots of things for your pleasure centers. It has lots of things that you can do, lots of opportunities, right, to make money in the city, in the concrete jungle, lots of distractions, lots of people. But when you can get out to an environment like this, you get out of that noise, you get out of the pollution, you get away from the distractions, and you start to find out who you truly are. And that's why right now in my life, I feel healthier than ever. I feel more motivated than ever. I feel more determined than ever to keep living my TEFL dream lifestyle and to uplift and inspire you right now today on this video. So I want to say thank you for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section. If you need some expert TEFL counseling, some guidance, whether you're new to TEFL or you're experienced, just getting started, let me know in the comment section. You can email me. I left my email in the description below. Send me an email, let me know who you are, introduce yourself, explain your situation, and perhaps I can provide some guidance. And if you need some video conference with me, some video conferencing, counseling with me, let me know. I'm here to help you. I'm counseling people every single day from all different parts of the world. It's a wonderful opportunity. And my new book is coming on November 15th, The Blueprint for TEFL Freedom. I've been working super hard. I mean, look, I have notebooks and notebooks filled. 3 notebooks right now, and I got to put it onto digital format so that way I can offer it to the whole world. And it's going to change lives. And there's 2 more things as a bonus. So another way to deal with anxiety and depression when you're teaching English abroad is here. Read healthy, positive, uplifting, spiritual literature. This one right here by Alan Watts. It's called Tao, the Watercourse Way. It's about the ancient philosophy in China. It has helped me tremendously. It's helped me evolve along my own process. I finished this book this week, and then I got a new book called Flow. This is amazing. It's all about achieving optimal experience, understanding your psychology, and understanding thyself. So, having some good literature around, and these books came on Amazon. It delivered all the way out here in the country, in the village. So, it's amazing what the technology can do these days with e-commerce. So be sure that you're filling your mind up with good literature, because that can power you through the day and give you some new spiritual information that you can feed upon. Thank you so much again. Have a beautiful day. Stay positive. And if you need some help, don't hesitate. Let me know. Thank you so much. Stay happy, stay healthy. And right here, it starts with your mindset. Stay wealthy. Peace. Woo! Having a great day, baby.